What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to 3 Star Draw. I'm Down South 77, and this here is an adult collector channel where we're usually talking about G.I. Joe and G.I. Joe Classified, but there's not always G.I. Joe Classified stuff to talk about. Hell, there's not even regular G.I. Joe stuff to talk about sometimes. So when that happens, I like to pick up other things from other lines that I'm interested in, open them, get them on the shelf, maybe do some pictures, but what do I also like to do? Show you guys other stuff that I'm interested in. That's what we're going to do today. Going to be looking at a figure that I've had my eye on for 6 months or longer. Not breaking any new ground here. You guys have seen this figure. You probably got this figure if it's something that was in your wheelhouse. I've been on the fence with it, but I finally decided that I needed this guy in my collection because I need him to fight this guy. So I am, of course, talking about the 85th anniversary Marvel retro card Spider-Man Venom. That is a lot to say. Anyway, I got this Venom. He's a big old chunky boy. Got the crazy tongue. So I wanted to get a Venom to fight against this guy. I've gotten a pretty decent rogues gallery of Spider-Man villains so far. Not nearly all of them or anything, but I've got a pretty good selection. So Spider-Man was my superhero jam. I wasn't a massive fan. I didn't actually read a lot of superhero per se comics, but Spider-Man was the one that I did like. That's why I've kind of went in a little bit on getting some Spider-Man and some Spider-Man villains. Now that you know that, the reason why I got this figure, like you wanted to know that, let's go ahead and check out the package and then we'll get this big old boy out. Removed from the card. That is how he is packed in the blister. What do you call this? Carbonite? I don't know. Do have a little assortment of Spider-Man villains up there. Did Spider-Man ever fight Bushwhacker? He had to have at some point, right? So check out this nice looking Venom head here. You got all the pointy teeth with the fangs. Pretty good looking paint on there. I don't see any issues. That's pretty good. That's pretty good paint shot right there. Getting the points of all of those teeth with the background with the red for the gums. Eyes look good. All stretched back. Not a whole lot to the head as far as sculpt wise, other than that is a hollow, recess spot right there where the white on the eyes is. I like this. This is like the look I dig for Venom. Never been a huge Venom fan, but I have always liked him. I just like the idea of the living suit. We got your punchy fists. Not a lot to him. Nice sculpt there. You can see the veins in the clenched fist. He's got the little white, what is that, a trapezoid? Let's see how easy the horizontal articulation moves, and that is so, oh, I cannot believe that didn't knock Jigsaw over. I hope that come through on camera. That was awesome. All right. And it didn't hit the floor. I just jinxed it because something will. See if we can get that broke free, nice and free moving. I like to try and do that before I put these hands on when I remember it. All right, get those off to the side. Not a whole heck of a lot with this dude, so let's check him out, see what he looks like. Just giant, hulking, huge figure. He's a big figure. He's not quite as tall as Kingpin. I'm not sure if Venom should be as tall as Kingpin. I'm thinking not. I don't think he should be, personally. So let's go ahead and look at the star of the show, and this giant tongue. I remember the first time I saw this figure, so many jokes. Well, first time I saw it when it was revealed. I've never seen this figure in a store. It was found this at Yojo Depot. He had it. Nice texture on that tongue. I wish it was bendy. It's not really bendy. It just always, and of course that's the make him look like he's flying through the air and it's trailing behind him. But I kind of wish it was bendy, so got a little bit of a twist there to it. So got some texture to it. It's not just smooth. I'm trying to find a way to talk about this tongue without, you know, some kind of double entendre. It's very hard to do. So let's look at the eyes compared to the other one. So these are a little bit more wrinkly. So that means the head sculpt is different because all this is recessed. Looks like there might have been a little bit of paint mist right up there at the top. You can see that. And then maybe at the other side. Now I'm not sure. That looks like a little bit of a mist paint run. Maybe it's supposed to be just in the wrinkle. So now that I look at it, this one, the very tips of these has it too. So I'm thinking that's probably a mist paint app, but unless you're looking at it close up, you really can't tell. When you got the open mouth, I don't know, I'm kind of digging this head with the Gene Simmons there. So, all right. I'm impressed with it though. So, all right, I'm gonna angle this camera down just a little bit here. Just wanted to get a good shot of Goblin and Punisher up there chilling, like that would ever happen. Hey, there's the mouse. All right. Moves pretty good. Check out those butterflies. Man, I love the butterflies on these Marvel Legends figures. Just, you can get all kind of articulation out of these guys. Now he is pinned, so I'm guessing this is probably an older figure. I don't know. And was this a Target exclusive? You guys tell me. That was the only place I ever saw this figure show up online, was Target. So I don't know if it was a Target exclusive or not. So let's move, see what kind of articulation he can get. That's about all you're gonna get there on the elbows. I don't really know that you need much more than that for this guy. Be nice if he could do the Home Alone, but can't quite get him bent in that far. But man, these butterflies, hey, look at that. That's maximum Venom. Oh no, what did I do? Paint on the spider web. The spider, I guess, actually looks pretty good because there's some lines that are probably easily missed there. Those look straight and lined up going all the way around on each side. I don't see any missed paint or anything on there. And even with the shoulders all the way in the back, that still looks pretty good. Like you can't really see what's tucked in. So some nice looking paint on this guy. So you got the upper body swivel that almost goes all the way around. It may go all the way around. I'm not going to chance it. And then you have a torso ratchet. Right? Looks like a ratchet. Okay. You can get some good articulation out of this guy. Not real loose. Once I broke that free, it's a little loose, but that's not too bad at all, I don't think. This is a good looking figure, man. Got these clawed, graspy hands. We didn't look at those. What if I could find a gun that big? It's almost like a crazy trigger finger right there. But I do like the graspy hands. You guys know I like my graspy hands. Most of my figures that have graspy hands have it on there. So you do have an upper thigh swivel with this guy. You don't have a boot cut. No boot swivel with him. Ankles, the bane of my existence. Don't seem like they're loose. They actually bend pretty well. Side to side. I think you'll probably be able to get some good poses out of this guy. See how the hips move. Don't get a whole lot of a Jean-Claude Van Damme. You can't get much to do the splits. These guys don't have the drop down hips like the Joes do. So he's going to be pretty limited as to something like that. I think you be able to compensate for that pretty well. But that's the articulation on this guy. He doesn't, I mean, he seems like it's all standard stuff, but I wish he had a boot cut, but it would really break up that aesthetic if he did. It's bad enough that the pins are there. They're not really that noticeable with this guy because he is all black. So see what he can do as far as bending double jointed pinned knees here. Top part's pretty, there we go, it was pretty stiff. Not too bad once we got that broke free. So I'm digging this figure. I like him. I wish he was just a little more, maybe it's just that boot cut. I don't know, it just seems like he should have a boot cut, but none of the legends really do, I don't think. They might have an ankle swivel, but I don't. Maybe that's what it is. He doesn't have a boot cut or an ankle swivel, so maybe that's what I'm thinking with the articulation on him. Maybe that's why it seems like it's kind of limited with him. He looks damn good though. Just got him in the "they're coming for you, Barbara" pose. Let's put the other head on him because I do like the other head, but man, the more I see that one, the more I like it, the more I look at it. Oh, yep, I jinxed it. Knew it was going to happen. Knew it was going to happen. Shouldn't have said anything. It's always the head and the hands. That looks pretty good though, man. What do you guys think? I guess if he's still, you probably want this one on him. He looks like he's mugging for the camera. And that's it. I mean, you got an extra head sculpt and a set of fists, and that's all you got with this dude. So I like the fists on there. I'm thinking maybe a fist and a graspy hand. You definitely want the graspies on with this head, I think. So let's check him out. Did Spider-Man ever fight Bushwhacker? You guys tell me. I don't know. I know he's a Punisher villain, but all of these guys always show up everywhere else. So there he is next to Bushwhacker. Of course, we'll grab him and set him next to Kingpin so you can see the height. I got Kingpin leaning forward a little bit. So Kingpin is just a little bit bigger. And I got Hobgoblin, and I'm sure this pumpkin bomb's going to fall out because it always falls out. Can't really tell how size-wise there, can you? So he's quite a bit taller than Hobgoblin, and he's going to be quite a bit taller than Jigsaw as well, I'm sure. Yeah, he's even... Hobgoblin's taller than Jigsaw, so there's a size comparison. Again, I mean, he's Venom. He's supposed to be a big old figure. So let's set him back over here. I love this Kingpin figure, you guys. Alright, so there's Venom. I do like this figure. Articulation is a little meh with him, I do think. So, but Venom's got a sense of humor, so might have him giving you a couple tickets to the gun show there. So I'll do a couple pictures with him here on the end. Not going to do too crazy, but I got to get a picture or two of him fighting Spidey. So there is Marvel Legends Retro Card 85th Anniversary Marvel Venom. Now I'm going to have to track down that Carnage. I think Carnage was a Target exclusive. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't really keep up. Alright, anyway. I do recommend him if you're building a Spider-Man Rogues Gallery. If you've got a symbiote suit Spider-Man, black suit regular Spidey, which I do like, and I'll probably pick up one of them too at some point. You probably do need this guy, or at least some version of Venom on your shelf with him. But if you're going to spring for a Venom and you're not going to get like a Mafex, or, you know, if you're going to get a Hasbro Venom, I say go for the tongue. All right, I appreciate it, you guys. If you stuck around this long, hit that like, that thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. Did you pick this guy up? Do you have a Venom? Do you have this Venom? Do you have many Venoms? Because Lord knows there's been about as many Venoms as Spider-Man. Let me know down in the comments, and I will see you guys next time on 3 Star Draw.